Good evening, good evening. My name's Rodney Glover. I'm the candidate for governor for Florida. And right now, I want to talk about the will of the people. Now, we know in 2010, the will of the people at 63% put two amendments in the Constitution. I'm going to show you guys those amendments because when we talked about those maps that just, I believe, recently got passed today, it went against the will of the people. So one of the things that I really want you to do is I want you to go over to glover2026.com because I know sometimes people like to see it and also hear it. So I want to make sure that I show it to you. So go over to glover2026.com. When you get there, I want you to hit the little button. If you're on your phone or tablet, you'll do the drop down, go to research. When you get the research, go to government structure in democracy. Scroll all the way down. What we're going to do is we're going to look at, because I had to look this up, DeSantis redistricting power grab. How the governor is using the federal ruling to override a Florida constitutional amendment passed by 63% of voters, the will of the people. We're just going to go look at the article directly. Article 3, sections 20 and 21. They are both, one establishes the congressional district boundaries and the other establishes the legislative district boundaries. That's 20 and 21. I want you to understand that A, B, and C are the same. The titles are what's different. So we're only going to read A. A is very important. No appointment plan or individual district shall be drawn with the intent to favor or disfavor a political party or an incumbent, and districts shall not be drawn with the intent or result of denying or abridging the equal opportunity of racial or language minorities to participate in the political process or to diminish their ability to elect representatives of their choice. And districts shall consist of contiguous territory. Now you got to understand, listen to that first part though, because that's super important. It says, neither one shall be drawn with the intent to favor or disfavor a political party or incumbent. That's very important because that's what happened. They went away from that. They decided, legal counsel was instructed Florida lawmakers to ignore the Fair District Amendments. These are the amendments that were the will of the people in 2010. My bottom line is this: if your will has changed, then you should be able to change it constitutionally. They should have asked you. That's the bottom line, instead of bypassing you and going around. But remember, I told you, when you cannot hold people accountable, they can do whatever they want to do. And they can say that, hey, we crossed all of our T's and dotted all of our I's. Well, 63% of this state decided to put this in the Constitution. Which part of your T's and your I's and your plan left out? Everybody in the state. If that's what everybody in the state wants, then let them say that. But if that is not what all of you wanted, then we have yet again and will continue to allow a divisive government to come and do whatever they want to do. It does not matter who's in charge. If you can do whatever you want to do, if you don't have to follow your own constitution, if you don't have to do what the will of the people, if you don't have to ask the will of the people to make these changes, then why did you ask them to put it there in the first place? If you could just go around it, when I tell you that I am here to change the structure, that I am a governor that will correct the structure so this does not happen. Even if you agree, you cannot agree that it was okay to go against 23 million citizens in the state of Florida. You cannot agree that. They should have asked the citizens of the state of Florida, because in 2010, you asked those citizens, and 63% of them said that they did not want to ever draw lines in favor of either party. What happened? We cannot continue. If any one of your candidates says that this was okay, and they're not saying that, nope, that was wrong, That was wrong. We should have, if there was a way to hold something special, we should have held something special so we could have gotten that citizen input, because citizens are the most important. You need to turn away from that candidate. You need to turn away from that candidate, because this is the problem in real time. We are experiencing these problems in real time. You have a governor candidate right here that is asking you to turn in a petition to your supervised elections office that you can find on my webpage so that we can correct this exact problem and never let it happen again. If it is the will of the people, the overwhelming majority of the people, then you can never bypass the overwhelming majority of the people. You must go through the democratic process to ensure that the people agree. That's important. That's why I'm so upset with the Supreme Court's opinions, because they never ask the people that it affects. They just give these opinions. But where do the citizens come in at? I am here to put a structure in place and to ensure that the will of the people is what matters.